I had planned a little bigger because I have a really big bow. This pretty one. This is going to be our inspiration for this piece. So you're going to see I've picked out florals that coordinate with. Starting with our base. And I need some longer greenery to kind of set the tone for the base. I'm going to use these bushes. I love this mini leaf bush. I have used this so many times. This is going to be real important to my design because I need it to be larger than the base I'm working on. So I love pieces like this that are all wired because they can totally move how we want them to move. We can boss them around, you know? Okay, I've got this super huge bow today, so I'm going to leave a lot of room for it. Okay, I've got one more to put in. I'm going to put it, let's see, we're going to have a bow, we're going to do all that. Let's see, I'm going to put it kind of swooping up, I think. It'll be pretty right there. So here's our inspiration. We've got our perimeter set so far with our greenery, all right? We're going to start to get some of the larger flower heads in. I'm going to use a navy blue peony. It's really, really pretty. It's dark. It's going to be our darker blue in here. Remember, I told you I really wanted to make this on a larger base. So since I don't have that available, I'm going to just go off this base a lot. So it won't be a deal breaker. We'll just leave some of the stems longer than we normally would. No biggie. If I mess it all up and I don't like it, guess what? I can tear it all back apart. I can just start again. Not a big deal at all. So let me get a few of these in. So let me get the pops of the dark blue going in first. And like I said, we're going way out with them. I've got a little more periwinkle blue, a little bit of lavender. So we're going to go hard on the blue, and then we're going to pull the red from the ribbon is the plan. I'm going to swoop up with this one. So I've got 3 pops of my blue in here so far. And I'm going to come in with some other stuff first. We may add some more, but I'm getting those in first. It looks pretty dark on camera to me. It's not quite that dark in person. Sometimes the camera does weird things. All right, now we're going to use a delphinium. We're going to bring in a long delphinium for some length. You tell me, what is your favorite flower? Fake or real, artificial, plastic? Anyway, what is the one you see it, you've got to have it? Is it like the poinsettia at Christmas? What is your thing? Okay, I'm going to introduce another kind of a lighter blue, more like periwinkle. So I'm just greening out our base. Contrast these 3 blues together. I would tell you we're going to green out our base. It is a lavender. Set our perimeter of our design. That's what we're doing, right? It's lavender color. I get all this flower plant love from my mother and my grandmother. That was their thing. And it just rubbed right off on me. Matter of fact, I had to drive by the garden center on the way back from dropping Kaya at school earlier, and I was like, you know what? Last year I picked out some plants strictly for their foliage. They just had this really neat foliage, and I didn't know what they were. And sure enough, they were bluebonnets. And it got bigger and bigger, and you guys told me on a live. I was like, I don't know what this is. Y'all are like, that's going to be a bluebonnet. I was like, y'all don't know what you're talking about. Yep, was a bluebonnet. Oh gosh, I love this so far. That's really looking pretty. Now, I brought some red roses since there is red roses in this ribbon. But I'm not sure if we're going to... Let's see what I really wanted a little red berry, but none of that's come in yet. Oh yeah, we're going to put some. I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm going to kind of put a bud with a bloom. I don't mind their greenery. I just don't need it that low. I'm going to have to cut a couple pieces off here. There we go. All right. It's really going to hang like this, I think. That's going to be the top. This is going to come over a little bit more. I'm going to put a little bit more down there. Let me put this over here. Let's go in here and I'm going to bend these up. Okay, let me get this guy over here. I like that. I feel like we're going to need another peony blue in here to kind of offset it. I like the strong colors of this though, for a change. They're fun. We'll put a hanger on in a minute once I figure out my angle exactly. I save the leaves. I use them for different projects. You know, you can use them to cover up glue. I don't necessarily put too many leaves in a project. It kind of fights everything if you keep putting all the leaves on. So you'll see me pull some off here or there. I'll leave some because I want my greenery to be the showstopper here. I don't want, just like a florist would, she's going to take leaves off of some stuff. All right, let's get the bow in, and then I'm going to work a little bit more. I'm going to need a filler flower to contrast between these two. I don't know what that's going to be. Maybe white. Let's see what I've got here. Let me get this in first. I like to go ahead and put the wire through like this. You're going to take and go through 3 or 4 or 5 stems, and then you're going to make a big U shape with it. Okay, there's my U, and I'm going to go back up on this side. So once I have my U going, I just flip this up. I like for my hangers to go above the wreath. Okay, I really like that. It kind of looks like that bow is riding side saddle, you know, like a pretty lady, and she's got her legs on the side of the horse, her pretty dress. That looks pretty there. I like that. That's an insight to what my brain just thought when we were doing that. I don't know exactly what it means, but that is what was popping out. I'm going to come in with a little greenery kind of around the bow, pulling in here, tucking it in. All right, let's put this one over here. Coming out of here. Just soften these edges. Looks nice. And we'll have a supply list for this in just a little bit up if you want to grab any of these supplies for it. You can also just check on Keleas.com for previous supply lists and links to videos of other projects. We've got them there ready to go. I'm going to use one kind of coming out of the bottom of the bow. I'm just trying to find the center. Supply list, links, all kind of that. All the good stuff you need to find it. I have one more piece of lavender I think would look kind of pretty. Just a little bit. Coming right out of the top here. Let me see what I've got over here, if I brought an extra. The reason I want to pick white, I think, is because of the cream in the ribbon. I think we're going to use that. I think it's going to be a winner in here. Okay, let me get this one going. Oh, that looks good. This looks pretty in here. I like this. Okay, I like that little bit of white in there. Is that a bend? I think I'm pretty happy with it, guys. Maybe we're not done. Psych! Inside a little ribbon. Some little ribbon curls for fun. I send out live alerts. If you get on our text message list, I'll send out a alert when I'm live. Or if we have a new blog post and stuff like that, you can always unsubscribe. That's the thing with our emailer. We do all of that legally, so we are not spamming you. You can unsubscribe or hit stop if you don't want the text messages anymore. No biggie deal. We will not feel offended. You do what you need to do. I'm going to put a little more ribbon kind of coming up here for a party. I like that. Curl this one a little tighter. I might glue that curl in. I want it to stay up there. I want to learn step by step where I'm actually instructing you what we're doing and why we're doing it. Create something that will teach you all the reasons why I'm putting everything where it's going on our website.